Hi everyone, Jody Cudless here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look using the limited edition Beloved palette by Unique. So if you'd like to know how I did it, keep on watching. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime and hydrate my face using this Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. My face has been so super dry this winter, and this primer is like super moisturizing, and it's basically saved my face. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using MILANI. It's a foundation that I bought at CVS for like $10, and once again, it is much more hydrating than any other foundation that I have, so it's kind of saving my face for the winter. And I'm applying that with a kabuki brush from Morphe, and then I'm going to be blotting that out. The thing about this MILANI foundation, it has great coverage, but it's kind of like a matte-ish finish, more like a velvet finish, which is great. It's hard to find a hydrating foundation that has a matte finish. Now I'm going to be doing some highlighting with our Touch Cream Concealer, and I'm going to be mixing the concealer in the color Scarlet with some Glorious primer. Our primer is kind of like a silicone like primer. And the reason I like to do this is because I'm going to be putting the concealer under my eyes where, I have fine lines and some thinning, and I don't want to put product that's too heavy in that area. And so what the Glorious does, it thins out the concealer, yet lets the concealer still have the same coverage as it would have had if it were just kind of completely concentrated. I absolutely love this concealer, and I love this technique mixing with the Glorious. It's just much more forgiving on my skin, and it allows me to do this highlighting and some contouring sometimes. Speaking of contour, I'm going to be contouring today with Unique's Mineral Concealer in the color Fierce. These mineral concealers are actually going to be retired like really soon, so if you like Fierce as much as I do, and it's like my favorite product to contour with, you may want to go on my website and start stockpiling right now, which is exactly what I did, because once they are sold out, they're gone for good. They're not going to be coming back. So I'm doing some contour on my cheekbones, my jawline, thinning out my nose, and then I'm going to be adding some beachfront bronzer in the color Malibu, and then just kind of blending that in with a contour to soften the lines and add like a little bit of bronziness all over my face. Next are eyebrows. I'm just combing out my eyebrows with a spoolie. I'm going to be using my brow artist brush today, and the technique I'm going to be using on my eyebrows is like a dip brow. I'm going to be using the Splurge Cream Shadow in the color Proud, which is a matte color, and these cream shadows are really amazing because they go on creamy, but they dry to a powder, and the mattes are like perfect for like doing eyebrows. I love Proud on my eyebrows. Then I'm just going to brush the product through so it looks more natural. I hate the way painted eyebrows look. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a little bit of a highlight underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone with the cream concealer in Scarlet again. This time I'm not thinning it out. I'm using it fully concentrated with the flat side of my brow artist brush. The brow artist brush is dual-sided. Now we're going to start using the exclusive palette Beloved, which is a gorgeous palette for beautiful and exclusive colors. And the first color I'm going to be using is Alluring, which is a satin kind of red color, and I'm going to be using that as a transition color, which is sort of like at the crease, a little bit above and a little bit below. And with my fluffy brush, I'm just applying that Alluring and just kind of diffusing that color all over the transition area, which is like the crease and like up towards the brow bone, and just blending that out so there are no harsh lines. Next, I'm going to go back in with the Alluring. Right now I'm only going to be using the Alluring, and I'm going to be using a slightly more dense brush, and I'm going to be concentrating the Alluring on the corners, outer corners of my eyes, and then in towards the crease. So you can see it kind of looks like I'm wearing two different colors, but I'm not. I'm still just using the same color Alluring. So just concentrate that color on the outer corner and then in the crease of my eyes. The next thing I'm doing is I'm using a flat brush, and I'm actually packing more Alluring on to the outer corner of my eyes just to add that kind of dimension and smokiness. You can see it's just like my eyes now look like they're much more smoky, and this is still the same exact color, just one color shadow. Now I'm going to be using some Adored, which is a matte pink color from the palette. I'm using just a deluxe brush and applying Adored all over my lids, kind of blending it out. And then I'm going to be using Bittersweet, which is another matte cream shadow. And I'm going to be using a cream shadow brush. And I'm going to be patting that onto my lid. I have like slightly looser skin on my eyelid. The best technique to use is to just pat the cream shadow on and then to blend it out. And I'm patting it all over my eyelid and into my crease, kind of carving out that crease, which is sort of like a faux cut crease, I guess. I like using this as a kind of base when I'm going to be using some beautiful shimmery colors, and that's what I'm going to be doing right now with Unwavering. So Unwavering is this beautiful iridescent pink. It's just so incredibly gorgeous. I wanted to add the Bittersweet underneath so it would pop rather than muddy any of the other colors that I had on my eyes, and you can see how it just totally pops, and it's like pinky and purpley and totally sparkly and shimmery, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Just love the way it looks on my lids. Now I'm going to go in with a wet cream shadow brush and just add a little bit more Unwavering, which will make the color even more intense, just make it pop even more. Using a kind of a pencil brush, I'm going to go in with the darkest color, which is the color Devoted. It's like a dark eggplant color, and I'm going to pack that color onto my outer corners and kind of create that little V in the outer corners. And then I'm going to use it under my lash line as well and just kind of smoke out under my lash line. I didn't get enough on that lash line. I'm going to have to add more. Here I'm doing my other eye. And then once again, just doing under my lash line. You can see I'm going to go back in and just add a little bit more because I like a really smoky lower lash line. There you go. Next, using the liner shader brush, I'm actually going to be going back in with that darker color, wetting that liner shader brush, adding a little bit more of that color, and then just applying it like tightly at the upper lash line, like so I'm like tight lining with the color, and then just adding a little bit in the corner of the lower lash line as well. It gives the illusion of like a liner in a way, without like a kind of softer liner, not too harsh. Now I'm just cleaning myself up because I had some fallout. Next, I'm going to go in with Benevolent, which is one of our luminizers, or otherwise known as a highlighter. And I'm going to be using our crease brush, which is also included in the customer kudos this month. And I'm going to be applying just a little bit under my brow and then in the inner corner of my eye. It's like a beautiful highlighter. It just opens everything up. And then using my finger, I'm just applying a little bit on the tip of my nose, as well as my Cupid's bow, and then of course my chin as well. And then I'm going to be going in with just a brush that I like, a Morphe brush, and I'm going to be applying the luminizer on my cheekbones, just to add that extra va-va-voom, and then on top of my eyebrows as well, right at the arch. I like to do it. I like to look like a spotlight shining on me. Now using the color Spirited, which is a pressed blusher color that has a little bit of metallic in it, and my blush brush, I'm going to be applying that on the cheekbones as well as the apples of my cheeks to add a little bit of color. Looking alive. Now I'm going to set my makeup and pat it out with our rose water. This is so I don't look cakey. Today I'm going to be using Epic, which is our brand new one-step mascara by Younique. It is absolutely amazing. It thickens, lengthens, and curls your lashes. I have teeny tiny lashes, and this really does help. I'm going to use just a couple of coats of Epic, and I like to kind of wiggle it out on the baseline and then kind of pull the product up my lashes. And I'm going to go in with the second coat. Can't really see how long my lashes are in this video, but they definitely get much longer than they normally are. I could always use the 3D fiber on top of the Epic if I wanted even long lashes. I chose not to in this video. Okay, then I'm doing a little sweep on my lower lashes. And then I'm done with Epic. There you go. Okay, just cleaning myself up, fixing my hair. Lips are next. Using the color Plush, which is just this beautiful mauve lip liner, I'm going to be lining my lips, overlining slightly. And then I love this color. I'm just going to be kind of coloring them in just a little bit to add a little bit of oomph. And then I'm going to put on top the Bonbon and the Red Velvet Cake. So the Bonbon, your choice of color, is actually part of the customer kudos along with the palette and the crease brush this month. It's a good deal. Now going in with a more mineral concealer in the color Fresh, And wow, look at all, it's like it's snowing, man. There's lots of fresh dust. I'm just going over where I highlighted and kind of setting that highlight. And now I'm going to pose for you. La 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 la. So this is the look. This is the look incomplete. There are a million things you could do with the Beloved palette. It's just a really versatile palette, and the colors are super, super pretty. And this is just one look. And that's it. If you like what you've seen and you want to shop around, feel free to hop on my website, TotallyLashtastic.com. And you could also feel free to message me or contact me through Facebook. More than happy to answer any questions or help you color match. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.